Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. In today's video, we're talking about what does it mean to cross over. So one of our God ordained spouses in our community was asking the question, what does crossover refer to? And so I want to start off in the book Joshua chapter 1, verse 1. It say, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses' aide, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now then, you and all these people get ready to cross the Jordan River into the land I am about to give to them. Okay. And so when we talk about crossover, crossover is speaking to a period of time of transition. Okay, crossing over from one side to the other. Okay. Um, Now, when I looked up the definition for crossover, it's a point or a place of crossing from one side to the other. It also means the process of achieving success in a different field, right? And so, for some of you, God, while you're crossing over, God is going to transition you from one assignment to the next. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are listening out, to the instructions of the Lord. Okay, so that you could begin to understand this is the season, that God is bringing me into. My season of being in this wilderness is over, and I am now crossing over to the promised land, right? And when you cross over to the promised land, okay, that take a different mentality, okay? And so when you think about crossover, I want you to think about, because it's not just speaking to promised land. Let me just say that crossover is speaking to a time or a season of divine transition. This crossover can be God is trying to get you to cross over mentally, okay? So that once your mind begin to shift, right, in the direction that God needs you thinking in, then automatically your action, your body will begin to move in that direction as well. Okay, so crossover means obedience in motion. Crossover means leaving one season for another. Okay, and I want to point something else out, because right here in Joshua chapter 1, it say after the death of Moses, when God began to cross you over, um, this can happen during the crossover, or right when God is about to cross you over. But a dying has to take place in your life. A dying to self, a dying to flesh, a dying to your old identity. It can be, God just allowing certain things that were once in your life just dying away, passing away, right? That dying can look like God removing things out of your life. Okay. God separating you from things, right, that can no longer cross over into this promised land. Okay. So again, crossover is speaking to transition, okay, where God is crossing you over from one season to the next. He is allowing you to leave this wilderness and enter into the promised land. Okay. And also crossover can also be speaking to your mentality, right? Where God is telling you, your season of hustling, your season of struggle is over, and I need you to cross over to, like mentally, he needs you to cross over to now expecting ease and flow and rest from the Lord. Okay. This could be a crossover in identity, where you are leaving the identity that the enemy put on you, and you are walking in your true identity in Christ. Okay. Which means it's going to require for you to stand in your authority. It's going to require for you to, show up as someone differently. Okay. Moving differently, speaking differently, it's all about alignment, right? That's how I see, you a person transitioning into their identity in Christ. Okay, so that's what is meant by crossing over. Okay, now if you um if you survive the wilderness, now it's time for you to thrive in your promise. Okay, so listen, the God ordained certified life coaching program will train you to turn your story into strategy, your pain into purpose, and your calling into a kingdom coaching business. Your next level of impact starts with obedience. So enroll now and begin your certification journey today. I want you to click the link in the description area and enroll now now into our God ordained Mayor Certified Life Coaching Program. Okay, it is time for you to get equipped. It is time for you to possess your land. Okay, and so this is your next set of instructions. Okay, so that is it. I am Taquila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.